for Magneto bubbles, maybe a low Doctor Strange shield. So Light has to listen to his team.
Having access to Hela reviving Loki on Harvey here, the best Loki player, this is going to be interesting and a tough thing to stop. This is such an interesting map when Groot is out of the equation, which we obviously have here. Gaston opening up with a little bit of poke damage going down the main street. We did see Terra potentially up top there, is taking the top ground, and we're bringing the fight right to it right away. Terra's going to see if maybe they can get a poke here, and Spark Chief ready for the action.
Yeah, just holding this corner is the power position and just marking where this Wolverine's going to travel to, trying to take that left platform control while Delena is in the back right. Not playing together, but split, but Fly splitting the head open of Delena, his opposition, and the fight breaks down in FlyQuest's favor already. Have to deal with the clones too. That's a fun little side quest that FlyQuest will have to deal with, but 100 Thieves are also contesting. Respawns are close, so you don't need to full disengage.
Yeah, the last time I saw this map, Delena loves to kind of go behind them and do a lot of flanking. If their team can mark to Delena, that's going to be a huge advantage, as we do have Eternal Bond coming out right away here from 100 Thieves, and this is the battle. We have Loki Cooper copying now the Eternal Bond too, and here we go. Battle commencing. Nothing falling yet, as we have both strategists ult up and ready, but we have Kraken Impact on lock for Light going in for the first bit here. Unable to get anything down, as we have the Magneto going for the slam dunk. Gasklin gets 100 Terra down with a massive pick.
Yeah, that's a 3-person stun hitting 100 Thieves, but FlyQuest invested almost every ultimate in the game, minus the Goddess of Death. The Kraken Impact happened so early in the fight, the health pools were way too high. You're not going to get the executions or the resets, but, man, this thing is about to reset everybody back to spawn. Delena has a bit of space to operate this Goddess of Death and to deal with the Loki clones, to find where those strategists are. And FlyQuest, their backs are against the wall. They used all their ultimates early, didn't get kills, so the ball is in 100 Thieves' court.
I mean, that was funny. I mean, you're not the real Loki. You're not the real Loki. Finally found it on the Goddess of Death there. Found the Loki, was able to capitalize. 100 Thieves, nice adjustment there. Able to push through and get the cleanup. On top of that, though, if you look at the ult usage, we do have a Wolverine ult ready online here, and Eternal Bond will be available for the next fight. That's going to counter most likely Energy's Goddess of Death coming from the Hela as they get past potentially this first choke point. FlyQuest playing a little bit back here.
Just playing this corner, poking and prodding until the payload approaches, and that'll be the time to take a fight. You never know when these kidnaps could also kick things off. Terra looks for something, gets probably bubbled off by Gasklin, and speaking of that, you got a Magneto ult from TTK, actually, and there's a big stun up. FlyQuest anchored in place, allowing these executions from 100 Thieves to go through. And even with the Loki crystals in place, 100 Thieves are more than confident to hold their position and to send Terra on a tear.
Wow is all I have to say. TTK, beautiful double kills there. And we saw Delena doing what they do best there. Able to get some huge advantage. We had a miss there a little bit on the Meteor M and a great block. But altogether, what a fantastic snowball as Delena. Look at this is position. They like to be. They love to stalk their prey. It's crazy. I love the positioning there from Delena. Great job.
This is just a waterfall. 100 Thieves just only know the W key. It's 100 W's and FlyQuest flying for the hills, and they need a moment to stabilize. They need to fight back, but Gasklin has been stunned up by this Wolverine, and this Terra is a menace on the Wolverine. That has to be a ban coming up. You cannot allow that to float anymore.
Accuracy 1, aka Terra, the MRC in this cave as Wolverine. I saw a quad kill happen in this cave of Yggdrasil's path. Will it happen again? This is a prime advantage that they're going to have here going in. We've got a lot of ultimates online from both teams. Who can capitalize the best here? Both are going to have access to a strategist ultimate here. And there we go. My goodness, it happened. We've got Terra going with the double kill. Harvey taking out the opponent's Loki. And SJP with the elimination on Gasklin. My gosh, that was fast.
Mid ult too. I don't know. He just exploded like a supernova. FlyQuest, as soon as they have a moment to breathe, they get drowned. And look, 100 Thieves hoping to close the door on their attack, quite literally at being at the spawn room doors. But FlyQuest still has some life. They've got CC, but they don't have the coordination. 100 Thieves are tearing them apart. And again, they go to the end of the map with an insane time bank with really not much of a stop from FlyQuest unless it was at the beginning of the map. What a race.
I mean, my gosh. If you want to be the best, you know everyone's going to bring their best. And that was a 3-minute. They have 3 minutes left. I mean, that was a beautiful master class. 100 Thieves was claimed to be the #1 team. We just saw an absolute perfect offense from them. I mean, you hear whack-a-mole. That was whack-a-cloak there with Magneto. Did not miss at all there with TTK. And I've seen a lot of TTK on Strange, but he's proven that Magneto, he is absolutely terrific there. Can't wait to see some of the stats. That's a tough reset you're going to have as FlyQuest there, because that was near flawless outside of just a couple of fight decisions from 100 Thieves. Wow.
Yeah, TTK known as what, the #1 Doctor Strange in the world, possibly PC and console. And now he's showing us what he can get done on the Magneto. And Gasklin just hasn't had a team to really operate around because they've just been kicked and kicked and kicked. And then you can't deny that Terra's just always racing forward looking for a kidnap. You constantly have to space out if you're FlyQuest. And the only moment felt like they had a second to coordinate a fight was at the end of the map, and FlyQuest still didn't get anything done despite the CCs that they were able to put out. But their attack has to be just as swift as FlyQuest come out the doors.
The healing incredible. Really only Delena going down at the beginning, and then a couple Wolverine deaths. That's it. That's all we saw. Everybody else lived, not dying at all. Perfection was on display there, as we have TTK now offering their defense approach. Kind of same thing we saw at the beginning here, but flip sides, as we're going to see if there's any sort of flank strategy going on. They seem to be taking down the middle here, as we've got the fight clutching it right now as things begin.
Okay, TTK blinded, but not going to move anywhere, and there's an attempt of a kidnap from Terra, forces out his passive, and he has to go back to safety. Meanwhile, FlyQuest don't look too perturbed, and they're pretty healed up. They're probably waiting for some ultimates to come through, but Cooper's been doing a lot of the healing, and he's looking to copy some ultimates, but Harvey is up first, and it's up to FlyQuest to pressure, get some progress, but how do you stop this Wolverine?
My goodness. I mean, look at Terra just do what they do best. Getting the kidnap there on the Magneto and making them suffer, full of rage, and that's just going to cause a huge reset to happen. I mean, Harvey having access to Loki with that save has been awesome to see. I mean, the absolute plays that you could pull off. You could be a little bit more reckless there, as we've seen. Delena playing a little bit back here, trying to get some poke, as we do see a flank now happening a bit more. But my gosh, the flank, the door is closed. Delena shutting down energy there from afar. Huge pickoff, and here it is. Kraken impact coming down right now. Is it going to make a difference? No. The light has been shut down.
Yeah, and the light goes out in FlyQuest's eyes. This is a beatdown. If it's not Terra just adopting a new child from FlyQuest and bringing them over to the imposter team, it's Delena getting headshots. Like, energy can't get any sightlines on this Hela. And is there going to be a compositional swap? You got to wait for these ultimates to be used. But if this doesn't work, I don't know if it ever will for FlyQuest. All 100 Thieves have to do is anchor on the payload to deny progress. FlyQuest are forced to eliminate every single one of them.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them against Rad yesterday, and I was curious to see what happens here when we go against Fly. This is crazy. 100 Thieves is playing out of their minds right now, and that's what they play at. But we have the Eternal Bond coming in early here from Zelos to set up the fight here, able to get something going. A lot of ultimates on live, though, for 100 Thieves. And here we go. Clobbering time coming down. Meteor Aim about to land down. Can he land it? Gasklin trying to throw it down. We've got the Goddess of Death going as well. Ultimates everywhere. Gasklin does get Terra. And
it's a good exchange, but the Magneto ults were eating a lot of that damage. We're left with a 5 versus 5 and no ultimates left unless Light can get the Kraken impact, and that could be the end-all be-all as FlyQuest are starting to get this real estate. They have the top platform. They have all the Vanguards from this defense starting to scour, but because of all these Loki heals, there's just so much to save from the 100 Thieves side, and it gives a chance for Delena to apply the poke. FlyQuest now have to escape from the Wolverine, and it's 100 Thieves just another day at the office.
I mean, my goodness, I saw Tara play Wolverine and just such an excellent player on the hero. I mean, we hear a lot about other players playing Wolverine, but Tara just going crazy here. Now, at the end here, we've got only 39 seconds left. No ultimates online for FlyQuest. We've got not only Wolverine ready to go, but Eternal Bond, and we have Harvey with the strategist. This is going to be a very tough fight to be able to poke through. 27 seconds. Here we go.
Oh, the absolute toss of this Wolverine from the ultimate. Everyone in the air. And Harvey has been farming. Holy cow. And also, you can't even deny the heals that Loki does. The reason that these Kraken impacts from Light aren't maybe getting these resets is the strategists. There's every single one of 100 Thieves is a star. It becomes a galaxy, and it's a full hold against North America's third best team in FlyQuest. To humble them this early is insane, but it's not over yet. Overtime ensues. FlyQuest, those Zelos, and it had... Oh, he had the ultimate to maybe try and put the red carpet down to some form of a turnaround, but it's a full hold for 100 Thieves.
I don't think he gets any more perfect than how that was just executed. I mean, we have seen it before, but we have not seen... I'm just impressed with what we just saw. I will say that has got to be one of Loki's best maps. Play a lot of Loki myself. The clone placements are fantastic to both heal, keep your team alive, and inflict plenty of damage. But the Lina able to just do their thing, flank it out. Strategists, I mean, we barely had death. No one died outside of the initial couple of deaths from 100 Thieves. Look at these stats. They tell the story plenty.
Is series point in this best of 3 for 100 Thieves.
There's that Loki location. Great spot because you can heal and have your team back up, but then also you have that offensive push, and they have to target them up above. Stop what they're doing and fighting and go and target those clones. So great positioning there as the fight takes off immediately. Terra bringing the heat with the dual pistols, taking down Spark Chief, all ready to get this thing started, and right away putting the gas all the way down, pedal to the metal.
An insane pull from the Invisible Woman, and you can't even deny what Groot can do in that location of the map because it acts as a choke point, and to wall people off would have been another win condition to play towards, but it was as easy as that for 100 Thieves. But FlyQuest, look how much space they gave up just from losing one person. Now they'll have a fight towards the end of the point, and that could be what tumbles things over for 100 Thieves to build the momentum like they did on the last map. FlyQuest are getting pulled once again, and Gasklin gets finished.
Yeah, unfortunately, no lanterns they could use there, or runestones from Loki. Already had to use it, and then Terra taking out Spark Chief as well. So they're not able to keep everybody alive with the invincibility that Loki does give there. Huge cooldown. Vinny with the deep Hail Mary taking down the Invisible Woman there. And that, honestly, the Loki cooldowns is something to keep an eye on, guys. If you see a lot of Loki, play a lot of Loki, you want to look for the green ring, as we do have a portal coming in here from FlyQuest, trying to stop it, and Terra, though, has Legendary ready to go. Gets the pick on Light, gets the pick on Spark Chief, and here we go, Lemon. My goodness.
It just feels like they're showing us how to cook. There's a recipe for success for 100 Thieves to step up to pull the neutral fight so solid. Deletta! If he could bend the knee, he would. 100 Thieves then cooking and giving us the Galactic Legend to end point A. But FlyQuest, they have some space. They have a moment to breathe. Something 100 Thieves did not give them last time.
Yeah, my goodness. You've heard Neil before Galactus, Neil before Hella and Delina on that one. That was absolutely perfect. And we have a lot of ultimates both available for both teams here. Terra's been making it the no-fly zone himself, occupying the skies, able to put on a lot of pressure. We do finally have that ultimate coming from Light Legendary, trying to get a pick off, but this is where the lanterns are important. The runestones from Loki. Terra then trades with energy. Massive pick here, and here we go. Let's see if we can get some finish picks here from 100 Thieves.
Zelos keeps the team safe with the invisible boundary, but as soon as that expires, 100 Thieves are on the hunt, and they have all of their strategist ultimates to use late. Harvey and SJP stepping up, a lot of sustain, but the lethal damage not coming out for 100 Thieves. They didn't keep adding pressure. They weren't as aggressive. Now Light is building confidence after that pick on Delena. He's on the flank, and 100 Thieves are just grouping around their Loki clones to try and benefit from the confusion. Gasklin looking for the command, and Slam to go after an aerial target is insane, and he will miss. Hunt and Terra dangerously low will rejoin the team for heals.
I mean, that was a good pick from Gaskin. That is hard to do to kill the Star-Lord just floating around there. And so trying to get the finish off was unable to do so. Light there, beautiful job taking down Delina. That is a huge bit of their firepower there as they're pushing in early. Terra trying to go for the pick here, but the Legendary does come out. The response to it, they have really not a lot to give. Delina, though, my God, 1-2. Vinny taking down Smart Chief, and there is one after the other, like bowling pins going down.
Delena is a mechanical god today. What are these headshots to just shut up Light permanently during that ult? And I don't know if Gasklin got to deliver maybe a bubble that could have helped some survivability, or maybe he wanted to pop the Invisible Woman ult just for more heals, but this is a tough match to watch. 100 Thieves are turning this into a sprint, and they're at point C with 4 minutes. This time bank is out of control, and so are 100 Thieves. Terra's even thinking about going for a flank, but he's not that insane. But he will just at least poke at an angle. Ton of bolts for FlyQuest.
Beautiful use of the jetpacks here. I mean, all the ults are available pretty much here. Getting a little bit of spine, going with the Legendary from the left side. And we're seeing him use the wall there. Beautiful as the invisible boundary does proc early, and they're able to go off that. Absolutely beautiful as the energy goes down in Terra. They're just feeling it right now and perfectly synchronizing with one another.
This is so sad. And the Strangling Prison on top from the defense groups up 100 Thieves, got most of the team, but then you don't have a Magneto ult, you don't have Light having an ult. There was just not enough damage from FlyQuest to capitalize on their group play, and 100 Thieves are just stuffing them right now with the leftover strategist ults left from SJP, Delena, who has a Goddess of Death above, Terra's touching the spawn room doors. This is disrespectful.
I'm sorry, 100 Thieves. I was not familiar with your game. Oh, wait, I was. I mean, I am seeing this come to light, the painting, if you will, being painted before our eyes, the masterpiece. I mean, listen, I've seen Delina play a lot as of recent, and just the way they play Hella has been one of my favorite things to watch. An absolute delight here. But we do get a slight defense here. Can they hold them back? It's looking like there's a little bit of momentum stopping here, but is it going to be enough to stop the Legendary coming yet again? Loki Runestone's online, but now offline. And can they pick happen from Terra here? Here we go.
FlyQuest have finally won a fight. They get a reset. They have respawn advantage, but Terra identifying where this Loki is huge. Cooper not able to escape, but a good trade from energy. He needs to stabilize. He's playing next to his team, and this 100 Thieves team now has to try and figure out where they are through this invisible barrier placed by Zelos. So stabilization for FlyQuest, some good heals. 100 Thieves are trying to set up Delena on angle, and Light is really stepping up for FlyQuest.
I mean, this is Chris Pratt will be proud of this Star-Lord play we're seeing today.
Yeah.
This match is all about taking down the Hella, because the Hella resing the Lokis after eliminations is massive. And we saw that just a second ago from Fly. Now Cooper getting into the action. Cooper, fantastic support. Going 1, not 2, not 3. And now, here we go. Fly saying, we're not done. All right. They're getting into it. Love the confidence that they did not fold, did not break. They can bend, but they're keeping it together here as we have now only 1 minute and 19 seconds left.
I have many faces.
Yeah, I think Energy can stack with the team, and this may be good to just have consistent DPS because he's shut down taking off angles. Light seems to be doing better with the mobility going on the flank, although he did just get pulled in potentially by SJP, but does get bubbled, does get supported. Light will live. Galactic Legend from the offensive side. Terra is above, but it's getting eaten all by the Magneto ult from Gasklin, but he is at half health. They need to keep their Vanguards alive. This FlyQuest team also has respawn advantage. What a strangling prison to catch 100 Thieves, or from Vinny to catch FlyQuest. Now the invisible barrier to help FlyQuest find some moment for relief.
Yeah, it's tough playing Star-Lord against Loki. You're able to put down the clones, and then it has the targeting all kind of messed up a little bit. And so that's what we were seeing there from Harvey, able to kind of counter that ult with the rune stuff, but also just then. Now we have the last bit of the map. This is the hardest part to take sometimes. I've been in plenty of matches just like this. Now Cooper going with the ultimate, but yeah, my gosh, it's getting pushed back yet again. 100 Thieves trying to back up a little bit, trying to get healed up from Harvey. Is going to get healed up successfully here as they're pushing. Final 8 seconds. We're going to go into overtime. No one wants to get an early pick, so they're trying to reset here as the last battle is about to go. But Cooper takes down Terra.
And Spark on the Venom had such good Venom ult. It ate up a lot of the damage from 100 Thieves, but there wasn't a solid enough follow-up. FlyQuest gotta communicate. They gotta sync up. And Delena is on the flank. You gotta mark this. But now a bird in the sky with the Goddess of Death, with Terra following up on all the initial damage. 100 Thieves with the cherry on top will be able to complete the map very shortly. It did take their entire time bank to do so, but a finish is a finish. And remember, on a last convoy map, they full held FlyQuest when FlyQuest went on the attack. So this is gonna be scary.
Yeah, I gotta say, tip of the cap there for the defensive effort, and I think Cooper really turned it on there with Loki and the gameplay that we just saw. That was tough, and I thought just maybe the stop would happen, especially after a couple picks early there. But yeah, 100 Thieves able to close it down. 3-0 now. Can they respond? And this is what we saw earlier. We saw the offense get kind of shut down. Can they make that difference right here? Much better play, though, I have to say. Obviously, much better play from FlyQuest there in that our second map.
Yeah, FlyQuest just have to be wary of these pulls from SJP. A lot of those neutrals won by that. Then it went to the Super Galactic Legend from Terra. That opened up point A. Momentum kind of shifted back and forth. And Zalos is putting down these invisible boundaries as just a second to breathe, and not as kind of a chaos starter, not as a one in the middle of the fight. So I'd like to see those in a more active situation. And FlyQuest have had moments to strike back. They swapped to the Venom and I guess one of the more closer quarters part of the map. But this is going to be their game plan going forward. Something that would be happy to be pulled in, something that can go past those group walls, something that is okay to be isolated and has a lot of survivability. So looking out for that dive from FlyQuest if they stick with it.
Yeah, Vinny's got to be just smiling ear to ear, being able to play his Groot here. And I got to say, I got to highlight Terra's bait bit there against the wall in the Legendary. That was one of the funniest things I've seen personally. Love to see it there. Here we go. Defense online, ready to go. Battle happening right away. TTK on Strange where he's comfortable. Thing play going as well. And this is going to be the first battle right away. Things are just not starting out slow. Cooper going down to TTK, feeling very comfortable in this early fight. And they're going to have to run back to spawn to get healed up at this point.
Just good shield management from TTK, barely losing any health, and the focus fire is clearly better from 100 Thieves, already getting 2 or 3 kills. This is going to build them up to some really nice ult charge. Like, look at what Harvey is doing, doubling what everyone else has for ult charge. So that copy is going to come up very soon, and 100 Thieves are denying any space and any off angle. Because 100 Thieves are playing this close, Energy has no silence to play with on Hela.
And they can continue to, because look at both strategist ults ready to, rock and roll. And what do you do about that? I mean, this is going to be a very tough push here, especially in the early going, because they're going to keep playing this aggression. Why not? Vinny has their ultimate too. About to see an impression happen. This is about to get ugly unless we can see a huge change here from FlyQuest.
Oh, the Super Galactic Legend there from Light. Zelos protecting them against Vinny's strangling prison. So FlyQuest are stabilized, but can they actually fight back? But it's really Terra chewing them up. And 100 Thieves, though, they are getting traded. It's not over yet. Magneto ult first from the attack. TTK waits for his own moment for the Eye of Agamotto. And he can also stagger these ultimates if you're confident in the neutral.
Light Light, first of all, a lot of respect for him. Good elimination there. But TTK with the block that Magneto just tried to throw down there. Gaskin tried to throw down the meteor in, but TTK blocking it. Obviously, a huge stop there. Gaskin now, though, taking down TTK. A little bit of response. Switch from Magneto to Strange. Cooper now taking out Vinny. Light, we've got one of everybody getting a piece of the pie here. And finally, we got ourselves an answer with a little bit of hero swapping. The job was done, and Fly Energy chasing down Delina for that last bit there. That was a good response.
Okay, I'm glad we get to see a little bit of the map. The triple Vanguard with Storm, and now Delina goes back to the Hela, the teleport. It's, man, you thought you had a moment to breathe, and FlyQuest just send it.
Yeah, this is
just energy getting picks too.
Good positioning here from Energy, like where they're at there. Opening up, I love the teleport, just bringing it right back. They gave up a little bit of the map and then said, nope, too much for us. However, Energy able to get a kill, and Light, the eliminations coming from the DPS, they're really starting to rise up, and Energy is channeling their inner Hela, because that was a massive bit there. Light's been playing sensational. I do want to highlight that, and Energy also there with the picks, challenging the TP and ending that fight.
Now that Energy has some space to work with, now that Light, the Galactic Legends are proactive, it's FlyQuest that are trying to match blow for blow, as Energy is setting up on a flank. Angle has to be careful where that portal is. There is a copy going down, and an invincible boundary, and Harvey removed. One strategist, limited heals now for this defense.
Yeah, absolutely here. As I mean, if we look at the what's available, Cooper though taking out TTK. Gaskin, it's looking like they're gonna be able to get this point going. Gaskin with the very needed switch to Doctor Strange. That has been a bit of the difference here to get a little bit of space created as they are able to finish out 100 Thieves on that point. And look at that. I mean, it was looking tough. They were pushing into their point, and the necessarily changes and swaps were made to be able to get that space that was highly needed.
Now it's the battle of two Eye of Agamotto's. Gasklin versus TTK of who can block each other's ultimates. You gotta shield manage extremely well against all the poke, the invisible, the just shield to help these Hellas stay a bit more anchored in these power positions. Energy staying at arm's reach is getting blocked off by Groodle. It's gonna be forced to reposition, and FlyQuest, their health pools are low, and Galactic Legend out first.
Yeah, Light popping their ultimate now, but we have Terra popping their ultimate, but Light takes down Terra before the legendary happens, but the Agamotto channeling from TTK. Everyone staying alive, though, being able to push because of the invisible boundary. Just clutch ultimate to shut down Terra there. Light with a big pick. No, my goodness, another Agamotto coming out from Gasklin. The Lina getting the kill on Cooper, though, and the eliminations come from TTK. They're able to come back into this fight.
Yeah, the Eye of Agamotto saved by the invisible boundary, but you can't save yourself when Delena is on the field. These headshots are insane, and look, he's even going towards their spawn, so such an important stop for where the convoy is at this point of the game, and Delena has the Goddess of Death. That has stall potential. That's going to take focus away from the fight, along with the Strangling Prison from Vinny, and FlyQuest are coming up to some similar ultimates, but they don't have a lot of time left. 90 seconds.
With a minute 27 and the amount of ultimates coming online, Delena going right now with the ultimate, not wasting any time. Goddess of Death going live. Can it be any picks from it? We're about to find out. And here's Vinny with the I am Groot. The imprison happening. FlyQuest taking out Terra, though, in a flop. We thought the ultimates were going to make a big impact, but instead, a little bit of a switcheroo here. Can they end up getting necessary picks? TTK having to back out after losing member here.
Yeah, I think the Loki might have copied like an invisible boundary, because the healing was so important during these Vanguard ultimates, and now to stabilize themselves, 100 Thieves use their own invisible boundary, copied probably by Harvey. Either way, just both teams need to regroup with the wall off. Spark Chief isolated away from his team, and 100 Thieves look for pulls. They look for more eliminations, but Gasklin able to equalize close to the Agamotto, and Light unleashes with the Galactic Legend.
I mean, Sue Storm, you heard again. I just heard disappear. Light finding the real Harvey there was super important, and getting those necessary picks to be able to cap this point. Massive point there as they were able to close in at the end and using the legendary to their advantage as we go indoors to the last point.
Not a lot of time. 100 Thieves had 4 minutes plus at this area. FlyQuest 90 to have a flawless push, and how can you? You need to wear a helmet when Delena is around, man, and he's got this shield, so he could stay here and longer, and people are trying to challenge him, and you're gonna lose that every single day. That's 3 kills.
My gosh, got the very pixel at the end of that low-key cape, and Delena was able to take down Cooper there just barely. And this is a tough little spot here to protect from, because Delena's able to kind of rain down as you have to deal with everything over to the left. As you can even see Spider-Man there on the side of the screen looking and saying, what is going on, Delena? What am I watching? As they're going to be taking in the early point, trying to maybe take a flank route. Delena's keeping their eye on that right now. And here we go, yet another legendary popping from Terra, not making them comfortable at all.
Okay, FlyQuest can wait that out. It's fine, right? Smile. You gotta try and rotate over to the hallway on, well, the attacker's right side perspective, so you avoid the line of sight of the Hela, and you catch 100 Thieves being greedy for kills. The Strangling Prison, but the invisible boundary from SJP protects them perfectly. They will still lose Terra, and Delena gets sniped down by Energy, who finally goes unnoticed, sneaks up on the other Hela player, and there's a chance for FlyQuest to punish 100 Thieves, but they're really going blow for blow.
Yeah, Harvey there with a quick copy on the Invisible Woman, and the amount of times I've heard disappear at this point. Clutch, because that Spark Chief ult was going to be looking to snowball as we have them hopping down here. Delena saying, nope, we're not even going to allow any type of overtime as they get a pick into the Goddess of Death here. Cooper trying to stay alive. They did proc the use of the Runestones, which is an important cooldown to take down right away. SJP pushing off Gaston off the map, and TTK closing in on Spark Chief. That's a massive pick with overtime on the clock right now. Vinny taking down Zealous, and it's 100 Thieves just snowballing. They're rolling, and they finish the map, shutting it down, preventing yet another set of rounds.
That last fight was so close when Energy was able to diff Delena, when you had the attackers of FlyQuest get such a good Strangling Prison on the entirety of 100 Thieves. FlyQuest needed to come together as a flock, and they simply did it. 100 Thieves being now the only team, I believe, with a flawless record at the moment after we just saw Sentinels drop one. But what a masterclass from 100 Thieves across the board. Terra with 35,000